With me today is Tony Brown. He's a very interesting and warm person. He has his own television show on PBS, Tony Brown's Journal. He's a professor and dean of the Scripps Howard School of Journalism and Communication at Hamden University, and he is quite a philosopher. I just heard him in a prior situation now talk about good and evil, and I think we're going to start there. You were saying that people have a choice every day to be good or evil, in essence, and the evil people like to find other evil people, and the good people like to so-called hang out or be with good people. Can you change?
Well, let me say this, by way of hopefully giving an example that hopefully will answer your question. We are, everything that we see is energy. Everything is vibrating at some rate. If it's solid and we can see it, it has a slow vibration. If it's too fast, it's invisible and we can't see it, yet it exists. So that which is invisible is also a part of our reality, yes, which gives us our total reality, that which we can see and that which we cannot see. If we are light, pure white light, right, which is our essence, then when what is God, that we call God, is in our presence, we are in the presence of perfection and or this pure white light. When this entity, this white light, leaves us, we are in the dark. Now, we call the light heaven, we call the dark hell. On some occasions, in the Bible, the Christians read, when two or more are gathered in my name, so shall I be there also. I asked a friend, who are these two? Can you give me the names of these two? When two or more. My guess is that these two are wisdom and truth, which is the definition of what we call God. Whenever we're in the presence of truth and wisdom, we're in the presence of God. And in the Bible it says, I shall be there also, which is the way I interpret that. So we are good and we are evil depending on what activity and what condition of consciousness we find ourselves in.
At the moment.
At that moment.
Because you said when the light leaves, what causes the light to leave?
The light leaves when truth and wisdom are not present. When God is not present, one cannot be in heaven. One can only be in heaven when there is an absence of good. In hell, when there is an absence of good. So therefore, I'm defining whether we are evil or good. We are on some occasions good, and on some occasions we are evil. Yes. It's not a matter of us saying I'm good or I'm evil. Right. It doesn't mean that because I go to church. This mass murderer, alleged mass murderer they just arrested in Kansas, was a deacon at his church, head of a big church thing. He's been killing people allegedly for 31 years. But he quotes the Bible probably like no good person would ever quote it. So we're not one or the other. We are what our reality is. My reality at this moment is to be good. Therefore, I am now in heaven. I'm on the cross being crucified by my experiences because all of them are not good. Those that are good help me become better. So we are in the process of returning to our natural state of perfection. And for some of us, that will be much, much longer than for others of us.
And when you have bad experiences and people ask you to learn from them, do you?
There are no bad experiences. There are only lessons. There is no such thing as a bad experience. Every lesson is a corrective experience. And we were born to have, quote, bad experiences. The idea of living is pain. the idea of living is not being happy. We become ultimately happy. This is not the main stage. This is what we call physical life.
Yes.
This isn't the main stage. This is the preemptive stage. The real stage is our consciousness, and that consciousness will grow as we transform back to the form we were in previously, which is gas, which we call death and or the afterlife. Death doesn't exist.